Hey guys, this is Josh here with Trillium Wild Edibles. I'm out here doing a little walking today, testing out my shoulder rig for my camera. You may notice there's my right hand and my left hand. Finally, I can kind of introduce my right hand to my videos. All my videos, most of them except the last one I did, has my left hand and my preparation videos. Mainly because whenever I'm out hiking and foraging, I usually only have, well, two hands. Now I've got both hands free because I have this shoulder rig that I made. But that's not what I want to talk to you guys about today. You may see this path of destruction, and I'm calling it that because that's exactly what this is. This is a path of destruction. And today I want to talk to you guys about responsible foraging and how to forage properly without destroying the environment and without destroying all kinds of plants in the area or that are in the way of where you need to go, which I've noticed this over the past few weeks that I've came back here. And this person, whoever it was, has done this in a couple areas back here, and I'll show you all of them. But there are all kinds of other plants in here as well that are usable. Some of them medicinal, some of them edible, some of them both. And what this person was after was the raspberries and blackberries that grow back here along the edge of this hill. But as you can see, there's all kinds of stuff in the way. And to a lot of people, whenever they go and forage, they sometimes don't like to deal with the stuff. And they do things like that. This is not a responsible foraging technique. This is destructive. This is destroying to plants around and the soil as well. So it's not a good thing to do. And it's important that whenever you're trying to get somewhere back in there, or in anything like that, in any case like this, it's important to not destroy the surrounding vegetation. This vegetation is extremely important. Here you can see this huge path that this person or people may have made. And in the process, they're stepping on yarrow, highly usable plant, highly valuable medicinal plant. And you guys may be able to see all these yarrow leaves here that are all smashed down. This person or these people have just been walking right on top of all this yarrow and causing it damage. Now there are red clovers growing back here as well. This kind of foraging is just highly, highly destructive. Whenever you are trying to get to something off trail, there's no reason at all to smash all of this vegetation. There's no point in this. If I come back here, you can see what this person did. Move the bramble out of the way. But there you can see what they did. They cleared themselves a huge area so they had plenty of free moving room inside of there. Now there's plenty of moving room inside of the way that stuff grows. If you just learn how to work with it, it's really not that complicated, guys. You know, there's multiple times I come out and I pick berries, not here, but whenever I go out and I pick berries off of raspberries or blackberry plants, I'm usually out in the middle of the sun with no shirt on or a wife beater or a tank top, and that's usually all I have on next to shorts and shoes. I don't get scratched, I don't get thorn pokes, I don't get jabbed, I don't get, destroyed by bugs or anything like that. It's too hot, it's too humid, and really, there's no reason for that. There's no reason for that destruction. There you can see more of it. See, this person, just everywhere they saw berries, they went through and just demolished plants within the area, and anywhere they thought they might find berries. Here again, you can see even more of this. This is just so destructive. And then right there you can see another trail that they made. And look at what they smashed. They smashed down a mullein plant. These kind of people, the people who do this kind of stuff, are careless and should not be foraging. They should not be collecting plants from the wild because they show no care or concern for the rest of the environment. And that's not good. It's people that do stuff like this that think of plants as a resource to exploit for their own personal benefit and own personal gain. That's not the way it works. These plants are a resource. They were put here for our personal benefit. But whenever you go through and you start destroying medicinal plants, and you're harvesting one thing and you destroy all kinds of very valuable and usable plants in the process because you show no care or concern, you won't take the time to learn. You won't take the time to listen. You know, I don't mean listen to people, I mean listen to Mother Nature. You know, you've got to listen to Mother Nature and what she wants. Because we don't leave a lot of plants around, if we don't, if we go through in an area and we harvest a lot of the plants in any area, all we're doing is causing damage. It's very hard to support a population of plants if more people are collecting them and everybody's going out there destroying things to get to one thing and picking all of what it is that they came out there to get. It's a very destructive mindset. Along this whole section there used to be a whole bunch of yarrow plants that were growing up tall, getting ready to flower. They're all gone. There's still yarrow here, basal rosettes of leaves, but all of them along here. There was easily, over 60 or so. I mean, they were all over here. And whenever I gather plants for my own personal use for tincture, I only gather anywhere from 3 to 4 plants out of any area. And whenever I gather plants out of an area, there's easily 20 to 50 plants there left. That's the important way to do it, to not cause any damage. And just for demonstration, I want to show you guys, you can look at this area here and see what it looks like now. Not much except animals has been through there. Now I'm going to walk through there and act like I'm picking some plants. I'm not going to pick any plants, but I'm going to walk through there and act like I was. Then I'm going to walk out. And I'm going to step back in this approximate place and show you guys what it looks like, so you can see just exactly the difference between destructive walking and non-destructive walking, or destructive foraging and non-destructive foraging. As I step on the ground, I'm stepping on my toes. I'm not putting my whole foot down, and I'm not smashing any of the other plants around me. I'm only stepping in one specific spot, and I look on the ground, and I see a spot there that there's not very many plants except for some grass. So what that tells me, I see an even better spot right back there once I move this plant. That's where I'm going to put my foot. And I try to weave my foot in underneath the grass and the plants. The reason I do that is so that it doesn't cause any damage. You can see how the toe of my shoe is underneath a lot of these plants. And everywhere I walk, I'm trying to be very light on my feet. I'm not stomping around, walking around like I own the damn place, because I don't. None of this is mine. It's everybody's. Okay, now I'm starting to go downhill into the ditch, which I don't want to do. Now as I turn around, you can see footsteps, of course. That's always going to happen. And then as I turn back around, I walk in the exact same spots I did before. Very, very simple. I take my time. I make sure to pick the right spot to walk to cause as little damage to any plants as possible. And I think this is about where I was standing before. And there's where I walked in at. There's where we just went through. And yeah, like I said, you can see a couple footsteps. But it isn't destroyed. The surrounding vegetation is still fine. You can see where I walked there. You can see where I walked there. If I zoom and if I get in closer here, you can see how what I got to was dead grass that was underneath everything, and just a few small plants that still look just fine, except for the tip of one clover that got smashed. And as I retrace my steps to show you, you can see right there where I walked, I didn't destroy very much. Now I've went in there twice now. See what that does? It looks even worse now, and the reason that is because I've went in there twice. If you go in one way and then you come out, don't go back in that direction. That's bad news bears. That's bad foraging technique. Each time you go into an area, if you're going back into the same area you've already been, you want to make sure that you take a different route each time. Sorry, I was trying to shake the fly off my hand. The reason that is so you don't cause damage like you can see here. So I thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something. If you want to learn more about edible or medicinal plants, make sure to subscribe.